Good Saturday evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Deron Butler, welcoming you to another edition of Heat Zone Live. Tonight, the Miami Heat are back on the court in Kaseya Center as they take on the red-hot Portland Trail Blazers, who have won their last 5 games. This one should be another high-scoring game. I always say it's going to be high-scoring because this season, this NBA season has been phenomenal. It's been epic. And the Miami Heat are looking to capitalize off their win yesterday from the NBA in-season tournament game against the Charlotte Hornets. So right now the players are getting warmed up, and we should have the player introductions coming very soon. As for the keys to the game, I think Miami should do the following. They should dictate the pace. That's the one thing they've been doing so far this whole season. They've been dictating the pace. Another thing they should continue to do is grab rebounds. I cannot stress this enough for Miami. They need to grab rebounds whenever they can, especially offensive rebounds for second chance points. More specifically, Nikola Jovic and Kelly Ware needs to crash the boards a lot, because you can't let smaller guys get more rebounds than you, and that's unacceptable. And finally, the defense will be a priority, and on offense, Miami will have to utilize the mid-range game. So those are my keys right there, and I will be right back for tip-off. And we are back. The Miami Heat starting lineup includes Davion Mitchell, Pele Larson, Andrew Wiggins, Kel'el Ware, and Norman Powell. That's our starting lineup for Miami tonight, as they go up against the Portland Trail Blazers. So we should have tip-off in a few seconds. Alright, so Portland are in the red, Miami are in the white. Here we see Donovan Clingan for Portland, Toumani Camara, Deni Avdija, Shadon Sharpe, and Jrue Holiday will be the starters for Portland. So this one should be very interesting, and we should have a high-scoring game on our hands. So here we go. The Heat win the tip, and we are on our way. All right, Miami is swinging the ball around. Miami misses that basket. Okay. Yes. Miami wins the tip. All right, Portland turns the ball over. It will be Heat ball. All right, Miami now has the ball. So far, both teams have been pretty sloppy on offense. Davion Mitchell misses that shot. Alright, and right now Miami got on the board first with a 3-pointer from Davion Mitchell. Good night, off night, Davion Mitchell. And Portland answers back with a basket. Deni Avdija with that layup. Alright, Portland leading 4-3 right now. Donovan Clingan coming down with the rebound. And we're going back the other way. Alright, it's a bad turnover. Norman Powell comes up with a steal. Pele Larson, he misses that 3, but it's a rebound by Kel'el Ware. His 3rd offensive rebound tonight. And I think that's going to be a foul on Portland. Yep, personal foul on Donovan Clingan. Personal foul on Donovan Clingan. So Miami will have it side out. Rebound by Toumani Camara. And Portland going back the other way with it. Right, score is 4-3 Portland. There's an open 3. And Portland knocks down that 3. Shadon Sharpe knocks it down. And Portland goes up by 4. Here comes Miami now. They give it to Kel'el Ware. And it's another miss from Pele Larson. Camara comes up with the rebound, but Jrue Holiday misses the shot. Rebound by Portland. Looking for the putback. It misses it. Portland swinging the ball around. And Donovan Clingan gets his shot blocked. Miami coming back the other way around. Norman Powell gets his shot blocked. and by Donovan Clingan. Here come the Trailblazers now. And Shadon Sharpe gets fouled, and he will go to the line for 2 free throws. After that three-pointer from Donovan Clingan, the Trailblazers lead 10-3. Alright, so Shadon Sharpe will go to the line for 2 free throws. Sharpe knocks down the first, and that brings Portland up by 8. And Sharpe knocks down, well, he makes one and misses one, so the Heat are trailing by 8. Andrew Wiggins missing that shot. And here comes Portland again. Shadon Sharpe gets the layup. Miami now bringing up the ball. Andrew Wiggins missing that three-pointer. Rebound by Deni Avdija. Here comes Portland now. And Drew Holiday knocks that one down. The assist from Kamara, and we're gonna have a timeout. Scores 15-3. Portland. And we are back. Score is 13-3 Portland. The Trailblazers are led by their new head coach, Tiago Splitter. Of course, if you don't know what happened about the previous head coach, Chauncey Billups, he was part of that gambling scandal that also involved Terry Rozier. Hence why we have Tiago Splitter as a new head coach for Portland. All right, Miami are bringing up the ball. Davion Mitchell has it. He's caught in traffic. And I think that's going to be a foul. Yep, that's a basket for Miami. Portland now will bring it up the ball. Tiago Splitter, who was part of that 2013 and 2014 Spurs team. He definitely has some championship experience under his resume. That's a miss for Portland, but they recover. Shadon Sharpe. Ball is slapped away by Kel'el Ware, and here come the Heat. And Pele Larson drives in for the layup. Portland still leading by 10. Portland now directing traffic. Portland still have the ball. Looking to shoot. Denny Avdia misses that basket. Rebound by Pele Larson. And here come the Heat now. Davion Mitchell gives it to Andrew Wiggins. That's a three. That's a miss. And a rebound by Portland. That's a three on the way. And that's a miss. And here come the Heat now. Davion Mitchell driving it in. Gives it to Wiggins. Wiggins backing down. And Wiggins gets the layup. And the Heat trail by 8. Here come Portland now. Denny Avdia misses that putback. But they get the basket. Avdia with his second rebound and putback. Here comes Davion Mitchell. Gives it to Kel'el Ware. He gives it to Norman Powell. Powell loses the ball, but he gets fouled. And Donovan Clingan will come out of the game for Portland. Robert Williams III comes in the game for Portland. Jeremy Grant in the game for Portland as well. All right, Miami will have a side out. They give it to Jaquez, and Jaquez gets on the board for Miami. The Heat are trailing by 8. Portland is swinging the ball around. That's a three on the way from Portland. And that is a miss. But Portland gets a rebound. Here come the Blazers again. They miss a layup, but it's rebound by Miami. Here come the Heat. Davion Mitchell gives it to Jaquez. Here comes Jaquez. Jaquez gets the layup. And the Heat trail by 6. Miami are now on a 10-2 run. Portland now swinging the ball around, looking to get into the lane. They do, and they get the layup. Portland go up by 8. Here comes Pele Larson now. Larson gives it to Jaquez. Gives it to Davion Mitchell. And that's another basket from Miami. The Heat trail by 6. And a nice defensive sequence from Miami. Here comes Nikola Jovic, drives to the lane, and that's going to be an offensive foul on Miami. Here goes Portland. Yeah, they're showing the replay. That is definitely an offensive foul. I'm sorry, defensive foul on Portland. So it's still Heat ball. Nikola Jovic will go to the line for 2 free throws. Jovic took a nasty bump, but he will get 2 free throws. He makes the first. Drew Smith and Simone Fontecchio come in the game for Miami. Davion Mitchell will take a seat, and Toumani Camara will take a seat for Portland. Jovic now, he makes the second, and Miami are within 4. Here come the Blazers now. They give it to Avdija. Avdija being guarded by Jovic. That's a 3. And Deni Avdija misses it. Rebound by Portland. And Jeremy Grant gets the layup. And the Portland Trailblazers lead by 6. Here come Miami now. And that was an error pass from Jovic. That was a very bad pass. So right away they give it right back to Portland. Here comes Portland now. Deni Avdija, open 3, and he knocks it down. And the Portland Trailblazers go up by 9. There's a 3 on the way from Fontecchio, and Simone La Dolce Vita Fontecchio, a 3. Mwah! The Heat trail by 6. Here comes Portland again. Right to the lane, and they get the and-1. Jeremy Grant will go to the line for the and-1. Jeremy Grant knocks down the and-1 to bring the Portland Trailblazers up by 9. Here comes Jovic, and turn the ball over again. Here comes Avdija. Portland now gives it back to Avdija, and he misses the baseline layup. Because Miami, they got numbers. Drew Smith, and he gets the layup. The Heat trail by 7. All right, here comes Portland now. Jeremy Grant, stolen away by Drew Smith, and here come the Heat. Nikola Jovic misses the layup, but Drew Smith recovers and gets the layup. And the Heat are within 5. And Portland will call timeout. Score is 27-22, Portland. Miami's starting to come back in this one. So don't miss another second. And we are back. Score is 27-22, Portland. And that's going to be out on the Trailblazers. So right now, looks like we got ourselves another basket from Miami. This one is from Drew Smith. So the Heat are within 3 now. Portland now, they have the ball. And Deni Avdija knocked down that 3. So that brings the Portland Trailblazers up by 6. Miami now has the ball. They miss it. And that's another 3 for Portland. Alright, that was Deni Avdija again. Jaime Jaquez Jr. misses that 3-pointer. Rebound by Jeremy Grant. Alright, so that's going to be... Alright, Jaime Jaquez Jr. comes up with a steal. And that's going to be a foul on Jeremy Grant, his second. So Jaquez, either Miami will have it side out or Jaquez will go to the line for 2 free throws. And you gotta admire the hustle that Jaime Jaquez Jr. has produced so far this season. Like I said, not only am I endorsing him to be most improved player of the year, but I also see him being 6th man of the year as well. And another foul is called on by Portland. So Miami will most likely go to the free throw line for this one. Alright, Andrew Wiggins will go to the line for 2 free throws. Wiggins misses the first. And he makes the second. So the Heat are within 5 right now. Here comes Portland. They bring it up the ball. They missed the putback in the layup. Rebound by Jaime Jaquez. Here comes the Heat now. They're looking to close the gap before the end of the first quarter. And then another foul committed by Portland. So that will send Wiggins back to the free throw line. Andrew Wiggins knocks down the first. And that will bring the Heat within 4. Wiggins looking for a second free throw. Alright, so we got some substitutions. Davion Mitchell is back in, and so is Kel'el Ware for Miami. Drew Holiday will come back in for Portland. And Andrew Wiggins knocks down the second. So at the end of the at the end of the first quarter, the score is 30-27. At the end of the first quarter, score is 30-27 Portland. Got ahead of myself right there. We'll be back for the second quarter. And we are back for the second quarter. Damian Lillard is not in action tonight. He has a torn Achilles. So, regardless, the Portland Trailblazers so far, they've found some success with that 5-game winning streak. So here we go. It's a 3 on the way. And Portland knocks it down. They go up by 6. Jaime Jaquez Jr. now has it. Gives it to Jovic. Jovic backing him down. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Miami. So it will be Portland ball. Jovic got way too aggressive on offense. Definitely feeling like he's off balance a bit. So he definitely needs to work more on his footwork. And here comes Portland now. They break up the defensive play. Jaquez flies in and gets another layup. The Heat trail by 4. Jaquez with 6 points off 3 for 4 shooting from the field. And there's a layup for Portland. And here comes Miami now. Jaquez going back to the lane. And Jaquez again gets the basket. Jaime Jaquez Jr. with 8 points in this one. A 4 for 5 shooting from the field. Deni Avdija drives in. Misses the layup. Rebound by Jaquez. Jaime Jaquez once again. Gives it to Jovic. That's a 3. That's a miss. Rebound by Portland. Here comes Deni Avdija. He lets that ball go. Open 3. Portland misses it. And Drew Smith pushes it up ahead to Jovic. Jovic drives into the lane. And he gets his shot blocked, but he gets fouled. That foul is going to be on Shadon Sharpe. That will send Nikola Jovic to the line for 2 free throws. So Nikola Jovic will go to the line for 2 free throws. Right. Jovic makes the first. And we now have a 3-point game. And Jovic misses the second. Rebound by Deni Avdija. Gives it to Shadon Sharpe. Back out to Avdija. Avdija being guarded by Drew Smith. Back out to Shadon Sharpe. Back to Avdija. Shadon Sharpe sets the screen. Avdija now being guarded by Wiggins. Gives it to Camara. That's a fadeaway 3. That's a miss. Rebound by Shadon Sharpe. Gives it back to Avdija. Avdija back to Camara. That's a 3. That's another miss. And Portland comes up with the rebound again. Shadon Sharpe now has it. Being guarded by Jovic. That's a 3. And he misses again. Rebound by Drew Smith. And here come Miami. They give it to Jaime Jaquez. To Jovic. Jovic is double teamed. Give it to Drew Smith. To Fontecchio. That's a 3. And Simone La Dolce Vita Fontecchio. A 3. He ties the game at 35. That's amore. And there's a 3 on the way for Portland. And that's a miss. Rebound by Portland. Shadon Sharpe directing traffic. Trying to cut through 2 defenders. But that's going to be a foul on Simone Fontecchio. Fontecchio in this game has 6 points off 2 for 2 shooting from 3-point land. Hawkins will come out of the game, and so will a few players for Portland. Shaedon Sharpe now has the ball. Portland is swinging the ball around. Another corner three, and that's a miss. And that's going to be a kickball violation on Portland. It will be heat ball. All right, Jovic now has the ball. Kick it out to Fontecchio, to Kel'el Ware. Back out to Jovic. Jovic now finds Drew Smith. Drew Smith cuts to the lane, and he gets the basket. And the Heat take the lead for the first time in this game. Drew Smith with 8 points off 4 for 4 shooting from the field. Donovan Clingan now passing the ball around for Portland. That's a corner three, and that's good. And Portland retakes the lead. Toumani Camara with a three-pointer to bring Portland with them up by 1. Here comes Drew Smith. Gives it to Jovic. Jovic back out to Drew Smith. And that's going to be a foul on Portland. Drew Smith will go to the line for 2 free throws. That foul is on Toumani Camara. I'm sorry, that foul is on Murray. My bad. All right, Drew Smith now. He has 8 points off 4 for 4 shooting from the field. Knocks down the first, and we're all tied at 38. Pelle Larsson comes back into the game for Miami. And Drew Smith makes both free throws. So the Heat are up by 1. And it's stolen away by Miami. Nice steal by Drew Smith. Gives it to Larsson. And Nikola Jovic gets the basket. And he goes down hard. And that will be a Portland timeout. Miami leads 41-38 in the second quarter. we are back in this one. Miami now has a 3-point lead after trailing for much of the game so far. Jaime Jaquez Jr., Nikola Jovic, and Drew Smith have brought the Heat back into this one. Portland now has it. They're swinging the ball around. They're looking for something. And that's a block by Kelly Ware. Miami now has it. Pelle Larsson gives it to Jovic. And here comes Norman Powell. He gets fouled. Powell will go to the line for 2 free throws. Norman Powell will go to the line for 2 free throws. He misses the first. And Powell makes the second. So we have a 4-point game. Here comes Jeremy Grant. And that's a blocked shot from Miami. Here comes Jovic. Jovic got numbers and a dunk. I'm sorry, the foul came before the dunk. But that's going to be a foul on, I think, Drew Holiday. Yeah, Drew Holiday just bumped Pelle Larsson out of the frame, preventing that Nikola Jovic dunk. That looked like a nasty shot right there. Very uncalled for foul too. Yeah, just showing more replays of it. So we might have a challenge on our hands. To me, that looked like an intentional foul or not intentional foul, but a reckless flagrant foul right there. Well, as it stands right now, they did award Miami those 2 points from that Jovic dunk. So as it stands right now, it's 44-38 Miami. But that Drew Holiday foul looked flagrant to me. That looked like a flagrant foul right there. Here's another look at that sequence. Yeah, that definitely looked like a flagrant foul from where I stand. Well, the 2 points will be awarded to Miami. So the score stands as 44-38 with Miami on a 7-0 run. Pelle Larsson will go to the line for the technical free throw. Larsson makes the N1, and we now have a 7-point game. Miami are now on an 8-0 run. Jeremy Grant has it. Gives it to Drew Holiday. Blocked by Kelly Ware. And that's going to be a foul on Davion Mitchell. That will send Drew Holiday to the line for 2 free throws. Holiday makes the first. And he makes both free throws, so now it's a 5-point game. Here comes Jovic now. Gives it to Davion Mitchell. It's Norman Powell. And Norman Powell sinks in the layup. Or should I say sneak in the layup, as the Heat go up by 7. And that's an uncontested dunk for Portland. No one on the Heat's defense even bothered to contest that one. Here comes Pele Larson. Larson drives in, and he gets the basket. Now we'll put the Heat back up by 7. It almost sold. Now was stolen away by Nikola Jovic. Good defensive play from both Jovic and Ware for that one. Gives it to Davion Mitchell. Pele Larson to Kelly Ware. And that's a missed 3. Rebound by Pele Larson. His 3-pointer. And Pele Larson knocks it down. The Heat go up by 10. And there's another uncontested dunk from Portland. The Heat defense needs to do a better job of getting back down in transition. Here comes Norman Powell. Gives it to Kelly Ware. And Kelly Ware gets the layup. Nice basket from Kelly Ware. Here comes Portland now. And that's going to be a foul. That will send Jeremy Grant to the line. That was a nice heads-up play from Powell to find Kelly Ware for that sequence, backing down Donovan Clingan to get the layup. Jeremy Grant makes the first. And he makes both free throws. So the Heat lead by 8 in this one. And it's stolen and a bad turnover from Miami. They give it to Avdija, and he'll go to the line for the N1. Avdija now with 12 points off 5 for 8 shooting from the field. And we will have a timeout. Score is 54-48 Miami. Okay, and we are back. The Heat lead. The Heat are leading this one. Yes, the Heat are leading 54 to 848. So that will put Deni Avdija back on the line for Portland. Avdija misses the first. He misses that N1. And here comes Jaquez, gives it to Norman Powell. He gets fouled, and he will go to the line. And Norman Powell is limping. Looks like Norman Powell is limping again. Remember, he had that little knee-to-knee collision against the Charlotte Hornets in the NBA in-season tournament game yesterday night, I should say. So that might be a continuing issue. And yet, knee-to-knee collision with Toumani Camara. Powell makes the first. Sorry, that's not Toumani Camara. That's Murray. Sorry, I got them mixed up. Toumani Camara now comes into the game. And Norman Powell makes both free throws, so the Heat are up by 7. That's a corner 3, and Portland knocks it down. The Trailblazers trail by 5. Here comes Jaquez. Gives it to Drew Smith. Back to Jaquez. To Norman Powell. To Pelle Larsson. Larsson back out to Powell. Here goes Norman Powell, and he gets the layup, and the Heat go up by 7. And that will be an N1 opportunity for Portland. Jeremy Grant will go for the N1. And Jeremy Grant gets the N1. So the Blazers trail by 4. Here comes Jaquez. He misses that layup. Rebound by Drew Holiday. He gives it to Camara. That's a 3. And the Blazers are within 1 now. Drew Smith now has it. Kelly Ware set the screen. Drew misses that shot. Here come the Blazers now. They give it to Avdija. And that's stolen away by Miami. They broke up the pass. And here comes Pelle Larsson. Flew like foo. Praying for that one. And the Heat go up by 3. Pelle Larsson with 10 points on 4 for 7 shooting. And that's a rebound by Jaquez. Here comes Norman Powell. That's a 3. That's a miss. Here comes Toumani Camara. Open 3. And he ties the game at 60. Jaquez now has it. To Kelly Ware. The runway, and he gets blocked. But it will be 2 free throws for Kelly Ware. If I was Kelly Ware, I would have gone into the lane with force, just dunking on somebody. Just like what Pelle Larsson did for that fantastic play. And of course, Jaime Jaquez Jr. coming up big on defense. All right, Portland now on a 12-4 run. Kelly Ware misses the first free throw. Andrew Wiggins comes back in the game for Miami. And Jeremy Grant will take a seat for Portland. And Kelly Ware misses both free throws. Miami recovers. They bounce the ball around. Norman Powell has it. And he loses the ball, so it will be out of bounds and it will go right back to Portland. Here comes Deni Avdija. Gives it to Jrue Holiday. That's a 3. And Jrue Holiday gives Portland the lead with that 3. Jrue Holiday now with 12 points off 40% shooting from three-point land. Drew Smith almost turned the ball over. Gives it to Kel'el Ware. And Kel'el Ware gets the basket and he will go for the and 1. Kel'el Ware with 4 points off 2 for 6 shooting from the field. Nice heads-up play by Drew Smith to find Kel'el Ware wide open. And Kel'el Ware gets the Heat, ties the game at 63 for Miami. There's a corner 3 for Portland. They miss. Rebound by Jovic. Gives it to Kel'el Ware. Swings the ball around to Drew Smith. Gives it to Jovic. Here comes Jovic now. And Jovic gives Miami the lead with that floater. Nikola Jovic with 9 points off 60% shooting from the field. Portland, there's an open 3. They miss the open 3. And that ball's going right back to Miami. Here come the Heat now. They give it to Wiggins. And Andrew Chief Wiggins, 3 for Miami. Miami leads by 5. Andrew Wiggins with 8 points off 33% shooting from three-point land. And it's rebounded by Drew Smith. He gives it to Jovic, to Wiggins. And that's a fast break for Wiggins. Miami now lead by 7. Miami are on a 10-0 run right now. After Portland went on a 12-4 run of their own. Here comes Holiday. Portland swinging the ball around. And that's going to be a foul on Miami. That will send Deni Avdija to the line for 2 free throws. So far in this game, Miami has 16 points to Portland 6. Love the pace and aggression that Miami is showing here tonight. All right, Deni Avdija at the line for Portland. He makes the first. Donovan Clingan is back in the game for Portland. And he makes 12 free throws. So it's a 5-point game for Miami. Here comes Jovic now. Gives it to Drew Smith. To Kel'el Ware. To Wiggins. Wiggins with the step back. And he knocks it down. And the Heat go up by 7. Wiggins with 12 points in this one. Off 4 for 9 shooting from the field. Alright, Deni Avdija now has it. Being guarded by Jovic. That's a 3. That's way off. And that will end the second quarter. The score is 72-65 Miami. All right, the Miami Heat, they come back in this one with a 7-point lead over Portland. Not bad for this team. A very high-scoring first half that we saw from Jaime Jaquez Jr., Andrew Wiggins, Drew Smith, Nikola Jovic, Kel'el Ware going to the free throw line, and of course 3-pointers from Simone Fontecchio. I mean, this Portland team has won 5 in a row against teams like the Lakers, the Jazz, the Denver Nuggets, and the New Orleans Pelicans. So I wouldn't sleep on this Portland team despite not having Damian Lillard on the floor. I mean, Deni Avdija looked like he could be an all-star or playing like an all-star right now. You have the experience of Drew Holiday. You have a young core consisting of Toumani Camara, hope I said his name right. Sidy Cissoko, Shadon Sharpe, and Jeremy Grant and Donovan Clegan. So what we're seeing right now is 2 young teams with players that had championship experiences going at one another. So the second half should be just as entertaining as the first half, and I hope to see more from Nikola Jovic and especially Kel'el Ware. I'm going to need him to step it up for the second half. So far, he only has 4 points and a few rebounds and like 2 blocks, but that's not going to cut it. Kel'el Ware needs to step up for this one and be an extra lift for this team. So we'll be right back for the third quarter. Stick around. And we are back to start the third quarter. Miami was leading by 7 at this point. 72 to, I think, 65. Miami were doing great things. They were swinging the ball around. They were cutting off the passing lanes. Jaime Hawkins Jr. coming off the bench and scoring. So let's see what he can do in the third quarter. All right, so Portland will have the ball. So far, Miami has been explosive. So far, Miami has been explosive on offense, and they continue to get better on that end. And speaking of offense, there goes Davion Mitchell with that layup as the Heat go up by 9. Here comes Deni Avdija. Donovan Clingan, corner 3. He misses. Rebound by Andrew Wiggins. Here comes Wiggins. Gives it to Davion Mitchell. Gives it to Wiggins. Back to Mitchell. Here comes Davion Mitchell. Swings it out to Larson. Larson loses the ball. Gives it to Wiggins. And that's a miss. But rebound by Portland. That's a 3 on the way. That's another miss. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Portland, so it'll be Heat ball. Here comes Donovan Mitchell now. Davion Mitchell, excuse me. Pele Larson now has it. And that's going to be a foul on Shadon Sharpe. Shannon Sharp, none too happy about that call. Alright, so Miami has the side out. Davion Mitchell gets it to Norman Powell. Back to Davion Mitchell. Here comes Wiggins. Wiggins guarded by Deni Avdija. That's a three. And that's going to be a 24-second violation on Miami. Miami with 7 turnovers in this game, and Portland with 12. Here comes Deni Avdija. And Avdija gets the layup for Portland. Score is 74-67 Miami. Kel'el Ware now has it. Gives it to Pele Larson. And Pele Larson under the rest gets the layup. Larson has been on fire so far in this one, with 12 points off 5 for 8 shooting from the field. And Shadon Sharp answers back with a basket of his own. Portland trails by 7 in this one. Nice hustle play by Pele Larson to get the layup under the rest. From that last preview, or I should say replay. There's a corner three from Kel'el Ware, and he airballs it. Here comes Portland now. Deni Avdija now has it, being guarded by Norman Powell. Swings it around. They give it to Shadon Sharp. That's a corner three. He misses it. Rebound by Kel'el Ware. Gives it to Wiggins. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Miami. Yeah, Andrew Wiggins got way too aggressive against Shadon Sharp. And here comes Deni Avdija. He's getting a little aggressive right there. Donovan Clingan gets a dunk over Kel'el Ware. And the Portland Trailblazers are down by 5. Clingan with 7 points off 3 for 6 shooting from the field. Here comes here comes Norman Powell. He misses it. Here comes Deni Avdija. He gets fouled, and he will go to the. And the Portland Trailblazers will have it side out. Sorry, 2 free throws for Deni Avdija. And Avdija makes both free throws, and that brings Portland within 3. The Portland Trailblazers shooting 11 from 13 from the free throw line. The Heat shooting 13 for 18 from the free throw line. And that's a corner 3 from Go Norman Powell Ranger. Norman Powell with 10 points off 33% shooting from 3-point land. Here comes Shadon Sharp. With the fadeaway and the miss. Donovan Clingan again with the putback over Kel'el Ware. At some point, Kel'el Ware's got to assert some dominance in this game. Donovan Clingan right now has 9 points and 6 rebounds, almost flirting with a double-double. And it's stolen away by Portland. They cut off the pass. And that's a layup from Drew Holiday. And Donovan Clingan breaks up that that lob. Portland on a 10-3 run, and they retake the lead. And that calls for a Miami timeout. Toumani Camara with that three to bring Portland up 80-79. I do not know what's going on with this Miami Heat team so far. I mean, Kel'el Ware is getting outworked by Donovan Clingan, who has 9 points and 6 rebounds. I mean, the Heat have an extra center in Black Golden, but he's not seeing the floor. But either way, I'll be back after this timeout break. We are back. So far in this game, Portland has retaken the lead, and this game is almost getting away from the Miami Heat right now. Here comes Norman Powell. And he gives Miami the lead in return. The Heat lead by 1. Norman Powell with that layup to give the Heat a 1-point lead. Alright, Portland now, they have the ball. They're swinging it around. That's a missed shot. A rebound by Davion Mitchell. Comes Davion Mitchell, gives it to Wiggins, and that's a miss. Here comes Portland now. Toumani Camara now has it, gives it to Avdija. That's a corner three for Portland. That's a miss. Rebound by Kel'el Ware. Here comes Miami now. Kel'el Ware with 5 points and 8 rebounds. He needs to get. Oh my God! How do you turn the ball over like that, Kel'el Ware? What is Kel'el Ware doing right now? Wiggins gave him an easy pass, but it was way too low for Kel'el Ware to even get. But thankfully the Heat will have it side out. Alright. And Norman Powell gets that layup and the Heat go up by 3. Norman Powell with 14 points in this one. That's a missed 3, and that's a rebound by Kel'el Ware. And here comes Davion Mitchell. Kel'el Ware with the putback. There you go, Kel'el. There you go. Kel'el Ware with 7 points and 10 rebounds. So it's near double-double. And that pass is broken up by Davion Mitchell. Here comes Jaquez. And Jaquez puts the basket up, and the Heat go up by 7. Jaime Jaquez with 10 points on 5 for 6, shooting from the field. Here comes Kamara. And that's a kickball violation on Miami. That one's on Kel'el Ware. Miami right now are on an 8-0 run. Nice hustle play on defense. And nice footwork from Davion Mitchell staying balanced with the ball. Giving it to Jaquez for that layup. Nice rebound by Kel'el Ware. That's his 11th. And ball was knocked loose, but it will remain with the Miami Heat. Alright, Miami has a side out. They give it to Kel'el Ware. Gives it to Jaime Jaquez. To Larson. And Larson gets the layup. Nice assist from Jaime Jaquez. So now Miami are on a 12-0 run. By Pele Larson shooting 14 points off 6 for 9 shooting from the field. That's a corner 3. And Portland misses that one. Here comes Miami. Jaquez. That's a 3. That's a miss. Rebound by Kel'el Ware. Gives it to Jaquez. Jaquez to Kel'el Superboy Ware. And the Portland Trailblazers call timeout. Love to see Kel'el Ware getting some involvement in this one. Let's hope he can keep it up in the second half. Nice heads up alley-oop. And the Miami Heat lead 91-80 in this one. And we are back. Score is 91-80. Kel'el Ware starting to pick up his game in this one. So far, he already has 11 rebounds, I believe, and 9 points. So hopefully we get to see more baskets from Kel'el Ware and more production on both ends of the floor. Here comes Deni Avdija. And that's an offensive. That's going to be an offensive foul on Portland, but the Blazers are looking to challenge that one. Can't really tell the difference between Jrue Holiday and Jerami Grant because they both have the same hairstyle. But I think that's going to be a foul on Jerami Grant. Oh, it looks like it's a. Well, there's no need for a challenge since Portland got the basket and they will go for the N1. And Portland misses the N1 opportunity, and the rebound goes to Miami. Here comes Hawkins. Hawkins driving it in. Gives it to Davion Mitchell. Jovic. And Nikola JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Jovic, that's a 3. Nikola Jovic with 12 points, hitting 1 for 2 from 3-point land. Here comes Deni Avdija. And he gets fouled going for the layup, and he will go for the N1. Deni Avdija going to the line for the N1. He has 20 points in this one. And he makes the N1. Here comes Hawkins. Hawkins loses the ball. And that was last touched by Portland. The Heat will have it side out. Shadon Sharpe is back in the game for Portland. Jerami Grant will take a seat. And that was last touched by Miami. Nice heads up play from Shadon Sharpe to break up that pass. Here comes Deni Avdija. Avdija now. Portland swinging the ball around to give to Shadon Sharpe. And that's a miss. Shadon Sharpe with the rebound and the putback for Portland. And the Trailblazers trail by 7. Shadon Sharpe with 10 points. And that's good. And that's gonna be a basket plus the N1 for Nikola Jovic. So far, this game has been blistering fast. But it looks like we may have a challenge on our hands. Yes, Portland will challenge that last basket. Of course, Portland will challenge that last foul, I mean. Portland with 16 offensive rebounds to Miami's 8. And so far in this one, Deni Avdija have led the way when scoring with 21 points. After that coach is challenged, the review on the field, the review stands. Nikola Jovic will go to the line for the and one. And Jovic knocks down the basket. So the Heat lead by 10. Nikola Jovic in this one has 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 6 assists. And that's a corner three. Another miss for Portland. And City Sissoko will go to the line for the and one. Sissoko makes the and one, and Miami leads by 7. Miami was swinging the ball around. Tekio misses that one. Here comes Portland now. Shadon Sharp missing that 3. Rebound by Jaquez. Jaquez now driving to the lane. No foul called on that one. Deni Avdija gets to the lane. Just mows over 2 Heat players as Portland trails by 5. Deni Avdija now, a former Washington Wizard with 23 points. Fontecchio loses the ball, but almost turns it over. And Portland gets the ball back after that Miami Heat turnover. Deni Avdija again for Portland, plus the and one. The Blazers now on a 12-3 run. Avdija makes the and one, and the Blazers are now on a 13-3 run as they trail by 2. Drew Smith, that's an uncontested 3. He misses it. Rebound by Jovic. Jovic gets the basket, and the Heat go up by 4. Here comes Deni Avdija again. Being guarded by Drew Smith. Gives it to Shadon Sharp. Shadon Sharp goes to the lane, and he gets the layup. So Portland is back within 2. Here comes Jaquez. Jaquez, he ran into a brick wall. That was City Sissoko. But they think it's going to be a foul on Portland. Yeah, that's definitely going to be a foul on Portland. Jaquez Jr. goes to the line for Miami. He misses the first. And Jaquez makes 1 of 2 from the line, so the Heat lead by 3. Here comes Deni Avdija again. Being guarded by Drew Smith. Here comes Shadon Sharp. Shadon Sharp misses that one. Here comes Jaquez. Gives it to Jovic. That's a miss. Here comes Deni Avdija again. If you're looking for the three. That's a three on the way for Portland. That's a miss. Rebound by Jovic. And that will end the third quarter. The score is 100-97, Miami. And we are back for the fourth quarter. Miami has a 3-point lead, but Portland is knocking on that door, and they're looking to make it, and they're looking to have their sixth win this season. Their sixth win in a row this season. All right, Miami will inbound the ball to start the fourth quarter. Hawkins gives it to Drew Smith. Drew Smith to Jovic. And Jovic loses the ball, but it will be a Heat ball. Last touch by Portland. All right. Here comes Jovic with the spin. Misses the basket. Rebound by Portland. And they give the ball to Kamara, and that will be a 1-point lead for Miami. Here comes Drew Smith now. Gives it to Hawkins. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Miami, so it'll be Portland's ball again. Hawkins bumped into Kamara, and that does not look good. Both teams right now have 13 turnovers. Portland continues to swing the ball around. They're looking for a three. So here comes Shadon Sharpe. And he gets the layup to give Portland the lead. Drew Smith now. Loses the ball, and here comes Portland. Shadon Sharpe again gives Portland the lead. And that's going to be a 3-point lead for Portland. Drew Holiday with 14 points and 9 assists, nearing a double-double. And that's a good layup for Nikola Jovic to go to the line for the and one. Jovic now with 19 points off 7 for 11 shooting from the field. Jovic misses that and one opportunity, and here comes Portland. Deni Avdija now has it. To Kamara, that's a three. That's a miss. Rebound by Jaquez. Here comes Jaime Jaquez driving down to the lane. He misses it. Rebound by Portland. That's a stop and pop three for Portland. That's a miss. And Jaime Jaquez Jr. gets his double-double. 11 points, 10 rebounds. And Drew Smith will go to the line for 2 free throws. Miami has 46 bench points to Portland's 25. Drew Smith goes to the line. He makes the first to tie the game at 103. All right, Jeremy Grant is back in the game for Portland. And he misses the second. So we're all tied at 103. Portland going for the corner three again. All right. They drive into the lane. That's a miss. And here come the Miami Heat. Jaquez now. He misses that basket. And that's going to be a foul on Portland. Foul's going to be on Shadon Sharpe. Miami will have it side out. Here comes Jovic. And that's going to be an offensive foul on... I'm not sure if that's an offensive foul on Miami or not. So Simone Fontecchio will go to the line for a technical free throw, and he gives Miami the lead. Shadon Sharpe was having some not so kind words with the referee, and that got him a technical. So that was a technical foul on Portland. Wiggins misses that corner three, rebound by Drew Smith. Here comes Jaquez. Jaquez misses that one. Rebound by Jeremy Grant. Shadon Sharpe flies in and he gets the dunk. Close an and one opportunity. Portland now leading 105-104. Shadon Sharpe now gives Portland a 2-point lead. Nikola Jovic and Nikola JoJo's Bizarre Avenger Jovic 3 for Miami to put them back in front. Shadon Sharpe now. A long 3, and he misses it. Rebound by Jaquez. Jaquez gives it to Drew Smith. To Andrew Wiggins, that's a 3. That's a miss. Rebound by Jovic. To Jaquez. To Fontecchio. Oh, it rims out. And it looks like we are gonna have a jump ball. Shadon Sharpe against either Drew Smith or Andrew Wiggins. Well, let's look at that stop and pop 3 from Jovic. Now that one was gift wrap. Alright, so it will be Wiggins taking on Shadon Sharpe in this jump ball. Miami wins the tip. Jaquez now has it. Give it to Jovic, another 3. And Nikola JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Jovic gives Miami a 4-point lead. Jovic with 25 points in this one. And here's a corner 3 for Portland. And they bring themselves within 1. Jeremy Grant with that 3-pointer. And here comes Miami now. Comes flying in, and that's going to be a foul on Portland. Nikola Jovic has stepped up in this one. Nikola Jovic has stepped up big time for this game, coming off the bench. So Drew Smith will go to the line shooting 2 free throws. Drew Smith knocked down the first. And Pele Larson comes in the game for Miami, replacing Andrew Wiggins. And Drew Smith makes both free throws. It is now a 3-point game for Miami. Avdia. And Denny Avdia knocks down the 3, and we are all tied at 112. Portland steals the ball away. And they have the fast break numbers. Toumani Camara. And he gets a fast break dunk as Miami calls timeout. Portland now leads 114 to 112. I'm sorry, that was Murray with the fast break dunk. So Portland still leads 114-112. And we are back. The Miami Heat, fourth quarter follow-up. The Heat have put up 45 points in the second quarter, the most ever in that quarter. Then you have Diaz been rolling with 29 points, shooting 10 for 15 from the field with 8 rebounds and 5 assists. And Nikola Jovic with a career high of 25 points, 8 rebounds and 6 assists. Love to see that for him, but we love to see it more for him, from him. All right, Miami down by 2. Here comes Norman Powell. That's a miss. And here comes Portland. That's a spot up 3. That's a no-go. Portland will have a side out. Here comes Murray. And stolen away by Davion Mitchell. Nice way to cut off the pass. Here goes Norman Powell. Oh, that's a missed 3. And here comes Deni Avdija for Portland. Directing traffic. Being guarded by Larson. Avdija with a spin. And I think that is going to be an offensive foul on Portland. So it will be Heat ball. And Deni Avdija does not like that call. That's a nice spin, but the elbow to Larson's face is what did it. Got to be careful with your body position and body control. And Davion Mitchell ties the game at 114. Right, here comes Avdija again, being guarded by Donovan Mitchell. And that's going to be a defensive foul on Miami. Jeremy Grant running into Pele Larson in that one. Pele Larson with 14 points and 3 fouls in this game. And it's stolen away by Miami. They got numbers. Jovic. And Jovic gets Miami the lead. Nikola Jovic is having himself a night with 27 points off 10 for 14 shooting from the field. And rebound by Norman Powell. And that's going to be a foul on Miami. Nikola Jovic can't believe it. And neither do I. I don't blame him. I mean, he readjusted himself for that basket earlier on in the game. So it looks like that's going to be another foul on Miami. Nikola Jovic does not look happy about that one either. So that's going to be a technical foul on Nikola Jovic for protesting against the referees. Portland sinks the technical free throw, and that brings them within 1. Jeremy Grant now at the line for Portland. He makes the first, and we now have a tied game at 116. And Portland takes the lead. comes Jaime Jaquez now. Jaquez gives it to Norman Powell. And the M1 with a shimmy. Go ahead, Norman Powell. He got the M1 in the shimmy. He was feeling himself. And Norman Powell's going to the line for the M1. That was a nice basket. But you gotta love that dance sequence from Powell. Even Pele Larson was feeling it. So far we have 8 ties and 17 lead changes. And Norman Powell knocks down that basket. It's 119-117, Miami. Deni Avdija misses the layup, and Deni Avdija ties the game at 119. Deni Avdija with 31 points and 9 rebounds. And Norman Powell answers back with a layup of his own to put the Heat back up by 2. Here comes Avdija. And that's an offensive foul on Portland, and it will be Heat ball. Jeremy Grant has fouled out of the game with 18 points for Portland. Here goes Jaquez. Ball was knocked loose, and it will stay with Miami. Portland does not look happy about that one. All right, here comes Davion Mitchell. Inbounds the ball to Jovic. Sorry, that Pele Larson, and Larson gets a layup. Pele Larson with 16 points off 70% shooting from the field. And that's going to be a foul on Miami. That will send Drew Holiday to the free throw line. Drew Holiday. He misses the first. Andrew Wiggins is coming back into the game for Miami. Drew Holiday goes 1 of 2 from the line, and we are without the 3-point game for Miami. Jaquez gives it to Larson. Here comes Larson. The Jaquez streaking to the lane. He misses that one. Rebound by Portland, and here comes Avdija. Gives it to Drew Holiday. Donovan Clingan. Clingan is double teamed. There's a 3 on the way for Portland, and they knock it down to tie the game at 1-2-3. And that will lead to a Heat timeout. So we are tied at 123. Alright, and we are back. Game is tied at 123, and there's another Heat alum and former NBA champion, James Posey, who was part of that 2006 Miami Heat squad that went all the way for their first NBA championship. Alright, back to action we go. We're all tied at 123. Donovan. And stolen away by Miami. Here comes Jovic, and he gets fouled by Jrue Holiday. Donovan Clingan getting up very slowly, clutching his back. His lower back, I should say. Oof. Donovan Clingan took a nasty spill on that one. He got up pretty gingerly, too. This game is starting to get very physical, down to the wire, too. So Norman Powell will go to the line shooting a technical. And he knocked down the technical free throw to put Miami up by 1. So the Heat will have it side out. That's a 3 on the way. That's a miss. Here comes Portland now. Deni Avdija. And there's Donovan Clingan to put Portland back up by 1 again. Here comes Jovic. Gives it to Jaquez. And Jaquez gets the basket plus the and 1. Both of these teams are playing with some kind of heart and passion. These teams are playing with heart and passion right now. It is very physical, high scoring, and a lot of emotion on the line. Donovan Clingan picking up that foul. Does not look too happy about that call, but Jaquez will go to the line. Jaquez with a double-double of 13 points and 12 rebounds. And he gets the and one. Heat lead by 2. Miami now with 74 points in the paint to Portland 62. Donovan Clingan now. And he gets the putback. And we're all tied up with 127. Clingan now with 13 points on 6 for 9 shooting from the field. Norman Powell got fouled by Deni Avdija. And it will be Powell who will go to the line once again for Miami. Norman Powell sinks the first. And Powell knocks down both free throws. So the Heat lead by 2. And that's a nice block by Miami. Here comes Jaquez. Jaquez gives it to Davion Mitchell. Here comes Davion to Wiggins. And Chief Andrew Wiggins 3 for Miami. And the Heat go up by 5. Andrew Wiggins with 15 points off 2 for 8 shooting from 3-point land. And stolen away by Miami. Their defense is proving much in the clutch, and Jaquez misses that one. Portland now. There's a 3 on the way. That's a miss. Good recovery by Miami as they were coming back on defense. Nikola Jovic with 27 points and 9 rebounds. Flirting with a double-double of his own. Right, Jovic. That's a long 3, and that's an air ball. So we will have a timeout. Score is 132-127 Miami. All right, so we're back. Score is 132-127 Miami. got ourselves a close game in this one. Deni Avdija, it's a 3, it's a miss. And the referees are saying a foul, but Coach Erik Spoelstra does not believe that was a foul. So Deni Avdija will go to the line for 3 free throws. It looks like, yes, it looks like it's going to be a challenge for Miami. Erik Spoelstra is fired up. He is super fired up. So there will be a challenge to determine if there was a foul called on Miami when challenging Deni Avdija for that 3. So it looks like Portland will have possession of the ball side out. Yeah, so Portland will maintain possession of the ball, much to the dismay of the Miami Heat. Looked like the Heat saw Avdija kicked up when he was going for that 3-point shot. All right, Portland will have a side out. Toumani Camara gives it to Avdija. Avdija being guarded by Norman Powell. Gives it to Clingan, to Shadon Sharpe, to Murray, to Jrue Holiday. That's a missed 3. Rebound by Norman Powell. Knocked loose by Portland, but it will remain Heat ball. So we will have another timeout for Miami. They lead 132 to 127. we are back in this one. Score is 132-127 Miami. The Heat are going with Hawkins, Norman Powell, Nikola Jovic, Davion Mitchell, I believe, and Pele Larson. I'm sorry, that's not Pele. Andrew Wiggins, my bad. It looks like there's going to be a foul call on Shadon Sharpe. Davion Mitchell will go to the line for 2 free throws. Davion Mitchell knocks down the first. Davion Mitchell with 10 points and 7 assists. And he makes both free throws. So now it's a 7-point game for Miami. Deni Avdija again getting the layup for Portland. And the Heat will allow the clock to run out. Nikola Jovic goes to the line for for Miami. Jovic makes the first. And he makes both free throws. And this one will be over. That one goes out of bounds on Portland. Deni Avdija looking for that last Heat 3. Doesn't get it. Another 3. Another miss. And this one is over. I'm sorry. After that basket from Portland, now it's over. The final score, 136-131. Again, final score, 136-131, Miami. The Heat are back in the win column. 2 in a row. Man. You want to talk about a big game? You want to talk about some big games? This one right here was a big game for everyone involved with the Miami Heat. I mean, after Portland had control of the lead in the first quarter, Miami came surging back, made it a game. They had a sizable lead, but then Portland went on a run, then Miami went on a run, Portland went on a run, then Miami went on a run, so on and so forth. But the main takeaway from this one, aside from Jaime Jaquez getting a double-double, it was Nikola Jovic. Nikola Jovic stepped up when it mattered the most. Nikola Jovic made some big baskets, especially from the three-point line, where he made that long ball 3 to put the Heat ahead. But not only that, you also had some major bench points from Simone Fontecchio. The only glaring issue was Kel'el Ware. Yes, I know he had like 11 or 12 rebounds, but I felt like he needed more than that. If you know it. Hellbeast 183 saying that was a close one. Yes, it was a close one. It was close, but thankfully some key baskets from Miami sealed the deal. And how did Ware look? Not bad, but not good. I'd say decent at best. I mean, he did get some rebounds on both ends of the floor. Like, I think he had like 11 or 12 rebounds. But I think he got outworked in the offensive production in the early going, mainly by Donovan Clingan. So I definitely believe that Kel'el Ware needed more offensive production, but I'm glad that he had some rebounding, which helped him, of course, plus those 2 blocks on defense. The only thing I need Kel'el Ware to do is build more muscle and gain some intensity. Because if you're a Heat center, the last thing you want to be is not doing your due diligence and working in the paint. I mean, look at guys like Alonzo Mourning and Shaquille O'Neal, Hassan Whiteside. Heck, even rebounding leaders like Udonis Haslem. The one thing they had in common was intensity. They had a lot of intensity, and that's something Kel'el Ware needs. I know one of his tattoos reads Humble Beast, but he needs to be a hardened beast. He needs to go out and not only work on his footwork, but needs to bulk up and add some more intensity. Because there's no way he should be missing lobs or getting outworked by Donovan Clingan. There's no way. As for Portland, Deni Avdija looks like a star. Deni Avdija looks like a star. From going unnoticed with the Washington Wizards to building up his points productions with the Portland Trailblazers, I think Deni Avdija might have All-Star written all over him. With the way he's been playing, using that intensity to get to the rim at will, plus the 3-point shooting. I mean, Avdija was killing Miami until the Heat made some adjustments and got back into this game. Best believe this one was a very physical, high-scoring game. I mean, it didn't feel like it was a 90s basketball game, but the Heat and the Blazers, 2 young teams, were fighting for something to prove. And both of these teams definitely came out with a lot of fire and intensity. So that's something I have to admire. So both teams went on some several runs. There was some physicality going on. There was some technical fouls, mainly on Portland. But in the end, Miami took advantage and won the game. So, looking at the box score for this game, for the Heat, Pelle Larsson had 16 points, Andrew Wiggins with 15 points. As I mentioned before, Kel'el Ware, he had a near double-double. I was hoping he'd get past the single digits in this game, but he had 9 points and 12 rebounds. Norman Powell with 22 points, Donovan Mitchell with 11 points, and you got to give it up to the bench. Drew Smith with 13 points. Nikola Jovic having himself a night and going off with 29 points, 9 rebounds and 7 assists. Almost a near triple-double. So he definitely took what Words Spoke was preaching to him to heart, and he went out there and he dominated. And of course, Jaime Jaquez Jr. with 14 points and 12 rebounds and 7 assists. So the more intensity and the more skill that Jaquez is continue to play, the more chances I see him becoming not only the most improved player, but also being a Sixth Man of the Year winner. I mean, the future looks bright for Jaquez. And the way he is playing right now, it is astounding. As for the Portland Trailblazers, Jeremy Grant with 18 points, Shadon Sharp with 21 points, Toumani Camara and Donovan Clingan with 13 points and 7 rebounds each. Of course, Camara had that 1 assist. Drew Holiday with 18 points and 9 rebounds and 12 assists, a near triple-double. And Deni Avdija leading the way in the points productions with 33 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists. Another near triple-double. So the Heat make it 2 wins in a row on their floor. And the next time we see the Heat, it is going to be a double play against a team that swept them in last season's playoffs. Of course, I am talking about the Cleveland Cavaliers, led by Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Jared Allen. They had Max Strus, former Heat player. I think they still have Ty Jerome. But with the way this Heat team is playing, with the offensive firepower and pacing that they have, I think we're going to see the Heat get some get back. They're looking for revenge. And when the Cavaliers come to town, it's going to be a Monday and a Wednesday game. So we will see the Cleveland Cavaliers on both Monday and Wednesday. The Heat will host both games. The Heat will host both games. So the next time we see the Heat back on the floor against Cleveland, it will be on a Monday game. That game starts at 7:30 p.m. And that one will be aired on FanDuel Sports Network Sun. Again, final score 136-131 Miami. And the Heat will face the Cleveland Cavaliers this Monday. They will face them Monday at Kaseya Center. And I think this one's going to be a fun revenge game for Miami, who got embarrassingly swept from the playoffs. And they are definitely out for revenge. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. I know I kind of stumbled a bit. I know I was stuttering over my words, going over my words a bit. But again, I thank you guys for tuning in, for keeping up with me verbally, giving you play-by-play. And I will continue to improve and do more than my best. I look forward to seeing you guys Monday, or hearing from you guys, reading your comments. So with that said, I will see you guys again Monday when the Heat take on the Cavs. I'm Deron Butler, reminding you to always run through the paint. Take care. Love you guys. God bless. Stay true to one another. Take care of one another. Because you never know what's going to happen between now and forever. And as always, go Heat. Love you guys. Take care.